foes of roboteering, deadly and destructive because at their controls are the winsome war-zone wives and widows. The Iron Maidens.
Please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
This is Robot Wars, where hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, or indeed like one who's left on her own while her fella nips off to play with robots. Because tonight, the unsung heroines of Robot Wars, the wives, the daughters, the mothers of our favourite roboteers are out for a piece of the action. Will Mrs. Pussycat beat Mrs. Behemoth? Am I going to be safe in the middle? These are questions that will be answered. These are the Iron Maidens. You've been warned. You've been warned. Let the wars begin.
Well, they hold the household purse strings. Now they have the remote controls. Women drivers in the war zone. Oh, yeah, crash and a smash. Hammer and tongs, mercy non-existent, cruelty guaranteed, domestic bliss. Well a miss. So tonight, the ladies are taking over. Wives, mothers. My gran even wanted to come up here and cheer on from the crow's nest. I told her not with the language that you use when you see Razor. Let's get on with round one.
From Derby, Champerlot.
What's that? Iron Maidens is full of old dragons? Shame on you!
Debs should be driving for the Chomper-Lot team. Look, eyes that light up. We like that. Nice little details. Now, have you done much practice?
Some, but not a lot. He built me a small robot, and I'm really good at crashing.
So where was that, in the front room or in the garden?
Front room.
In the front room?
Yeah.
So you practiced in the front room?
He built half the robot in the front room.
Not quite like the arena.
A Dragon-class rapid offensive unit with a zero-turning circle, wings for self-righting, jaws, eyes and a sting in the spiked tail, a knight in shining armour, peerless, or will it quickly say, night-night?
From Exeter in Devon, Spin Doctor.
The team here says even it's frightened of this. Oh, come on, that's just spin!
Right then, Spin Doctor. What's it made from?
It's made from a lorry wheel.
Right, that's enough technical. How are you feeling about the driving?
Confident.
Yeah?
Yeah,
But you haven't had any practice?
I've had no practice at all.
When's the practice going to be then?
The practice is going to be when we drive into the arena.
And you think you're going to be able to drive it around?
Yeah. Okay.
A totally revolving 600 RPM body made from a lorry wheel with large spikes mounted around the circumference. No self-righting mechanism, though, and the cut-off switches are vulnerable to overhead attack.
From Gloucester in Gloucestershire, Pussycat.
I know Anne Gribble will be okay. I'm not too sure about her husband's machine, though.
Right, the Pussycat robot is well known for wreaking havoc. Can you do it justice?
I'm going to give it my damnedest.
Good girl!
Yep.
My worry about this event, well, it's obvious, isn't it? No one
Women
knows how to
drivers.
drive. Not women drivers, they're good.
First I've heard of that. A four-wheel drive robot with acrobatic ability, able to run in any altitude with a large, vertical, very dangerous spinning disc, but exposed wheels.
Roboteers, stand by.
Let's have a look at the teams then. There's Anne Gribble on the left-hand side with Pussycat and Debs Cook and the Chomper-Lot team on the right. And the Spin Doctor team, Jenny Harlow driving. There's Mr. Psycho in the arena for the House Robots. And Shunt 2 with the double bulldozer blades.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Now, Pussycat has been in the arena many, many times in Robot Wars. Spin Doctor and Chomper-Lot, relative newcomers, clashing there. Spin Doctor spinning away. Jenny Harlow, 16 at the controls. Likes her horse riding, but can't get into a full gallop there because Chomper-Lot has closed in. and has pressed the floor spinning release button. You just got a glimpse there of the floor spinner rotating. Chompalot looks the part, doesn't it? And this is a good start by Debs Cook, driving Chompalot. Smashing into Spin Doctor again. Trying to get those hydraulic jaws into work. Not seen a lot of Pussycat. Chompalot slammed by Shunt into the CPZ. Don't forget, if a robot enters the corner patrol zone, then a house robot can attack it. It's a basic rule of Robot Wars. Spin Doctor just away from that CPZ, dodging Shunt and straight into the jaws of Chompalot, which has a grip now on Spin Doctor and can haul the 83 kilos machine. Ooh, no, can't. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my dragon's toe? Now we're seeing Pussycat in the action for the first time with its spinning blade. It sports in 5 series of the UK Wars Pussycat. It's on its side. I like the look of Chompalot's weapon, you know. James Cook is at the control of Chompalot, Deb's 9-year-old son. The weaponry control, that is. Mum is driving the machine and driving very well. There's the Pussycat team. And Gribble driving. Stuart Barnwell, 15, is the weapons operator. There's Mr. Psycho with the hammer. Good dodging away by Pussycat. One blow of that hammer and effectively you've finished. It is mighty. Ah, no! What's that loose on the arena floor? Is it something that's come off Spin Doctor, I wonder? Something has come off Spin Doctor. Pussycat comes in with a slam. And again, Spin Doctor in real trouble. And I don't think Jenny Harlow and Spin Doctor can get out of there. Something has come off the body. I think it lacks traction and mobility now. It's finished, Spin Doctor. Refbot has a look. The Refbot destroying everything it touches. I don't think there's any life in the two 24-volt wheelchair motors of Spin Doctor. The cut-off switches on top, always likely to be vulnerable. They're being counted down and out. 2 machines will fight on from this opening melee in round 2 of the Iron Maidens Championship, which means then that Spin Doctor
Cease.
The machine to go.
Did you like that ball? Spin Doctor goes spinning out of the competition!
Right, so damage. In with the damage cam.
Yeah, this is where we got Chompalot, and this is where Chompalot hit us back.
Right, and then underneath, what was it that stopped you working?
Well,
really
we lost a tyre halfway through, as you can see here.
Aha, so that's what the tyre does look like.
That's what it should look
and
like,
that's what a non-tyre
looks like. Yeah.
You lost a chain in there somewhere as well.
We did. The chain went, I think, quite early on.
Right.
You can probably see the chain in there somewhere.
There. Oh, yeah. And that's what started you limping?
Yeah, and after that, we were done for, I think.
It was downhill all the way.
It was.
You did enjoy it?
It was great. Yeah, we enjoyed it.
Good.
Yeah.
And so, what would you say now to all those male roboteers out there?
Watch out, because we're going to be back.
Good. Good.
Confirmation, though, that Spin Doctor is out. Pussycat and Chompalot through. Next up, Behemoth, Reptilian and Cat 3.
From Athelston in Surrey, Cat 3.
What? All Iron Maidens are catty? Shame on you.
The cat robot, we've seen it before hundreds of times, but not with you driving. No. I know you want to talk about the big chopper, but we're not going to. Because I want to talk about the beton in the pits.
Oh, but I'm going to be sick in the booth.
You know, are you that nervous?
I am that nervous, yeah.
You really have you had breakfast?
No.
So I won't talk about eggs and bacon.
Poor old Georgie Reed. I hope she's okay with this heavyweight robot and its pneumatic axe, 10-mile-an-hour speeds. The machine has lots of experience, but girl power? I'm not too sure about that.
From Hemel Hempstead in Hertfordshire, Behemoth.
Mum Liz Pritchard's always back to Behemoth boys. Now it's her turn.
Now, you won't know this, but this lady here is a veteran of Robot Wars. In fact, you've been coming here as long as I have, haven't you?
Yes, 5 years.
Yeah, you're Anthony's mum.
That's
you're
right.
Always there.
Always backing them up.
And now you're?
I'm actually here in person.
Doing
what the boys have been doing, the axe.
You're doing the axe.
Yes.
And Claire, girlfriend of Mike?
I'm driving.
You're driving. Now, the bear moth robot we know very well. And I was saying it's a fine line, isn't it? Because if you do better than the boys do and their operators do...
Might not be a girlfriend much longer.
Yeah, or a mum.
Another heavyweight robot with pneumatic flipper, 12-mile-an-hour speeds, power from 5-horsepower motors. How much has Liz learned from sons Anthony and Michael, though?
From Preston in Lancashire, Reptilian.
Has a claw and spikes up the robot, that is, not Lorna Graham.
So meet Lorna on the Reptilian team. Now, Lorna, I know you're all nervous. Everybody's nervous for this. Why is it so difficult? Because there'll be people at home with no idea of how these things work.
Well, it's difficult trying to get the right angle, the right arc, not too big an arc or too small an arc.
Because you've just got forward, back, left, right, haven't you?
Yes, but if there's one wheel, like the right wheel turns, then it'll arc around. When it's the other way around, you have to turn your controls, you have to move your fingers the other way around. That's difficult.
Right, so when it's going backwards, as everything does in the arena.
Yeah, you have to think the other way around, and that's hard.
Right, okay, so it's more difficult than you think before you start laughing at everyone.
I know it is. I wouldn't go in there. Disc shape, 1.2 metres in diameter with ripping and spiking weapons. Resists impact well, unless it's an axe weapon which can penetrate the outer cover.
Roboteers, stand by.
Jeff Graham giving Lorna some advice there. Reptilian on the left, Cat 3 on the right-hand side with Georgie Reid and her girls. And Behemoth, Liz Pritchard, Claire Gray and Anthony Pritchard in there, of course. For us, in the arena, Mr. Psycho again, Gruesome and Shunt.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
In terms of experienced machines, Behemoth and Cat 3 have the advantage, but of course, different bodies at the control. Ooh, but that's a good turn by Mum Liz Pritchard, and she's now sent... Oh, the arena spinner going, and she's flicked Cat 3 up and over. They can self-right using the axe. Can Georgie Reid use that axe, or Julianne Williams, who's at the weapons control, to self-right Cat 3 now? I'm not too sure whether they're going to be able to self-right. Behemoth has come in, almost given them a helping hand, and then got a slap around the bulldozer blade as a result from that pickaxe weaponry of Cat 3. Shunt's axe comes hammering down on the top of Behemoth. Good fight, this. There you can see Liz and Claire at the controls of Behemoth. Just avoiding the floor spinner. Cat 3 nudged by the ref bot into the angle grinder on the side wall of the arena. Cat 3 desperately trying here to redeem itself, Georgie, and turn the machine right side up. Reptilian we've seen very little of until that moment there. Sandwiched between the two, comes crashing down. Lorna Graham driving. There we can just see the Cat 3 team. Georgie looks on pensively. They're okay now. And they're backing away, Cat 3 from Reptilian, which is trying to get the big spinning disc blade, if you like, working, but it's not functioning properly. Little hop there from Liz Pritchard. Excited with Behemoth, and why not? But a very good performance by her and that machine. And we're looking at Reptilian. The blade is spinning, but it's not going anywhere. 750-watt motor for that blade alone. Reptilian needs to get away from Mr. Psycho and Shunt. They're caught between the two there. Lorna Graham. Jeff is looking on. Peter Platt, the engineer of the team, also. It's still not really moving. Behemoth away from Shunt. Cat 3 comes in, and that's a decisive blow with the axe. Good work by Cat 3. Let me remind you that 2 robots in this melee survived to fight on in round 2 of the Iron Maiden Championship. And Reptilian has it all to do, being pulled away by Cat 3. It just has lacked any sort of drive. 2 750-watt drive motors, but it's never got going, has it, Reptilian? And I think the ref bot will have to start his count momentarily. There it goes. Sad, but true. Reptilian are nearly through. And bulldozer blade to bulldozer blade. Behemoth with Shunt. Cat 3 released. releases the pit. Reptilian's about to go down into it. Who's going to push it in? Who will get the pride and privilege of pushing Reptilian in the pit? Mr. Psycho is there. Oh, Cat 3 nudges. Get out of the way, Cat 3. Nearly caught by the hammer. Ill-advised to get that close. Smash. Down comes the hammer on Reptilian. It has resisted that impact well. We thought it would do, unless it came from an axe. Cat 3 had it with its axe initially. Gets the final push in. Reptilian not yet down, but here comes Mr. Psycho and the hammer. Down goes Reptilian. And celebrations for the Cat 3 team of Georgie Reed and also Bearmoth with Liz Pritchard and Claire Gray. Steady on this.
What chaos! But it's R.I.P. Reptilian. Cat 3 and Bearmoth live to fight another day.
Lorna. Only minutes ago were you explaining how difficult it was in there?
Yes, it was a bit worse than I thought.
It was worse, was it?
Yeah, it's a lot worse than I thought.
What was the most difficult part of it?
Was trying to get it to go in the right direction towards the other robots, and I think I need a lot more hours practice.
Confirmation then that Reptilian, Spin Doctor are both out. Let's see how they line up in round 2. We'll have Chompalot and Bearmoth, but first up, Cat 3 against Pussycat.
Meow. The biggest cat fight we have ever seen on Robot Wars is about to ensue. Turn your set off at your peril. Anne?
Yes?
What are you going to do with their whiskers?
Clip them.
Because we know you can drive now.
Well.
Because up you sauntered to Mr. Psycho, bold as brass in that first battle. Or was that an accident?
An accident.
So pretty much anything that happens in there, it's a bonus that they've moved, and then it's all accidental after that.
I didn't see him there. I thought, what is he doing out in the middle of the arena?
Dare I ask about tactics?
None.
No, we're just going to hope to drive
get in
again.
there. Yep.
Yeah. Meanwhile, George, you weren't sick the first time round.
No.
You're still threatening, though.
I am, yes. I've just had a cake, so it might
Nice. You're all nervous and giggly. But stop being nervous. Think aggression now.
Okay. Okay.
Tactics.
Yes.
There's only 2 of you in there, so it's going to be harder to come across another robot. It's not going to be so easy.
No. I think we might just go straight for the pit release and then reverse backwards.
Into the pit.
Never has the war zone seen such mechanical mothers. But now, it's one-on-one. It's round 2.
Cast 3.
With the axe, the sickness problems for Georgie Reed. Julianne Williams there on the right, Hazel Heslop in the middle.
Pussycat.
Machine of Anne Gribble with the spinning blade. Their husband Alan next to her, and Stuart Barnwell.
Roboteers, stand by.
Matilda's in the arena for the house robots with the tusks. They lift, they're pneumatic. And there's Sir Killalot with the lance and the crushing claws.
3, 2, 1.
This for a place in the Iron Maiden final. Out comes Cat 3. Axe descends, misses. Axe descends, misses. Pussycat dodges away. So, well, George didn't really live up to her tactics planned of going... going for the pit release. Tactics, what tactics, eh? Let's just bash onto the arena floor, shall we? Pussycat steering away from trouble. You're supposed to hit the other robot. That's the idea. Pussycat turning away. They are a bundle of nerves there. Now, is she going to go for the pit release this time? Missed it. Got it second time I'm asking. Steered away. Good stuff. Well done. Pussycat turning. Needs to get away because I think Cat 3, with that sort of front blade, can get in underneath Pussycat's 1 centimetre ground clearance and push it towards the pit. Frantic control work there from Julianne Williams. Pussycat over the flame pit. Where they're going to go now? Side on attack on Cat 3. No, a full frontal attack. I don't think really penetrated Cat 3. The side flat is loose. Side by side. I think for tactics alone, Cat 3 will be on top because Pussycat's in the CPZ and Killock can come in there. Mistake by Anne. She drove into the CPZ. Killock very nearly had them. But Pussycat has got away. How many cats does that pussy have? Down comes the axe of Cat 3, trying to gain a purchase on Pussycat. This one could go the distance to a judge's decision. Cat 3, bashed by the Pussycat blade. Down it comes again, the axe of Cat 3. I think the more aggressive of the two, certainly. Pussycat gives chase. They try to get that axe working, but dodged again by Anne Gribble. Good steering work. Just a few bumps and scratches. Oh, it's only a scratch, dear. Don't worry about it. Haven't heard that one before. Cat 3's side panel is ripped away. The tyres are exposed. Can Pussycat and Anne Gribble use that blade to get it on the tyres, or even the CO2 bottle in there that powers the pneumatic axe weapon? She needs to get a glimpse of that ripped side panel of Cat 3. There she goes, trying to get the saw blade in. I don't think she can get a clear sight of it, and Cat 3's axe now has a hold on Pussycat. Let's go. Intriguing battle, this good stuff too. Alan Gribble looking on. Engineer by trade. Cat 3 turns. Look at the front, it's buckled and bent by Pussycat's weaponry. Cat 3 has taken some punishment. It's going to go to the judges, this. Cat 3 has suffered the more damage, but was the more aggressive for me. We'll wait and see.
Well, the battle of the cats is going to the judges. Very, very close to call that one. Mayhem, carnage, destruction. It's what we want. While the judges are making up their minds, let's review the highlights.
Craig, I think the key here is that Pussycat improved all the way through. Cat 3's weaponry, initially missing a great deal, did cause problems. A couple of scratches for Anne Gribble and Pussycat. But she slowly gained momentum, causing damage herself. Her control of the robot improved as it went on. And I think Pussycat slowly got the upper hand, you know, because of the damage caused to Cat 3. Like there. Look at that. It's going to be very close. The difference, very itty-bitty between the two kitties.
Made their decision. It is a split decision. 2-1. Style, control, damage and aggression. What has swung it is the damage. They've gone for Pussycat!
Well done. Fantastic.
I thought you had much more control than them.
George has been practicing driving and she's actually got extremely good. She did a fantastic job of it.
You were very good. Who was firing the that was
me.
not so good. I mean,
It wasn't quite so accurate. I can only fire it where it's pointing, really. They kept moving.
What's your robot made out of?
It's 10mm polycarb, bulletproof polycarb macrolon on the outside. The same stuff that they used to make the screens here. But no idea why it shatters.
It shattered completely
No
with the
idea why it
Pussycat blade.
shatters. Yeah. Well, they've got an evil blade.
Yeah, it's very evil, isn't it?
Absolutely terrible.
You're disappointed there, or did you think they swung it?
No, I think they definitely got us on the aggression. I'm really pleased for them, and it's been such a fun competition.
Yeah.
Us ladies, you know, it takes us a bit of time to warm up, but once we get there, we're fine.
Well, look, you've proved that people are wrong when they talk about lady drivers, because your driving's quite excellent, isn't it?
I know, I think it's a bit too good, actually. I think, you know, the main competition, I think, you know, I might have to take over.
There you go. Let's go ballistic for cats! Well, I thought at first you didn't really have the control of the robot, but it got better as the fight went on.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get used to the floor because it was quite slippery, and so I was trying to adjust as I went along, but fair play, she's a brilliant driver.
But I mean,
a lot better than me.
But Pussycat has got such a design But, I mean, for that robot, it was very difficult for it to hurt Pussycat, really.
That's
isn't
right.
it?
Yeah, she's quite responsive, very quick, and done a lot of damage, which was in our favour.
How long have you been practicing on that robot, driving it?
I had an hour's practice before I came here, and I just had an event, and that was it.
Yeah. So have you enjoyed it?
Oh, it's been brilliant. Absolute buzz.
Please go ballistic, Pussycat!
Cat 3 gone, Pussycat through. Next up, Chompalot and Behemoth.
Right, the eyes are lit on Chompalot. Is anyone home?
Yep.
You enjoyed it last time, didn't you?
It was good.
Tell me about that adrenaline rush.
It was absolutely incredible. When I came out, I just wanted to go again.
So you're looking forward to this one?
Most definitely.
Now,
yeah.
have you had time to think beyond the driving to tactics?
Not really, no. I'm just going to play it by ear when I get in there.
See which bit you can get hold of.
That's the
Any
idea.
bit'll do.
Yeah.
All right.
As long as it's not a robot.
Yeah, you want to avoid the house robots. You see, now this is where I normally ask about tactics, but it's quite difficult because all the girls are so worried about their driving, they're not even thinking about tactics, are you?
Not at all, no.
But you did well.
Thank you.
Now, why do women worry so much?
Don't know. I think it's a genetic thing. Absolutely.
But you worry so much, and then you do what? Quite well. Would you say maybe
better actually, maybe than the original team?
Maybe. And with the Behemoth monster behind us, I think that's the best way we leave it.
Behemoth.
The heavier of the two here, slightly the smaller. Liz Pritchard at the controls there on the right, Claire Gray in the middle, and Anthony Pritchard on the left.
Chompalot.
Flashy, isn't it? Debs Cook driving. There on the left-hand side, Simon and James with her, the family team.
Roboteers, stand by.
Matilda's out there from the family of house robots with the flywheel tail. And Shunt once again.
3, 2, 1.
We have Activate. Behemoth a little bit sluggish to get away. Chompalot up to 12 miles an hour. Both machines well matched for speed. I like the look of Chompalot's weaponry. Deb's controlling well. There you can see the floor spinner. Oh, and Chompalot, what a good use of that spinner to turn and get in behind Behemoth. That was brilliant driving. Oh, but Behemoth turns Chompalot over. Superb driving initially by Debs Cook, but then Behemoth came straight back, turned them over. Oh, they're righted now. Was that an attack by Shunt? House robots aren't allowed to help a competitor out, of course. It might well have been a misguided attack by Shunt. Anyway, Chompalot turning away from Behemoth, reversing onto Chompalot again. Good work here by Claire Gray and Liz Pritchard at the radio controls of Behemoth. They're trying to get that bulldozer pneumatic flipper to work. Chompalot, good 0 centimetre robot turning circle. Gets the grip with Behemoth with a tiger stripe bodywork. There you can see Anthony, Robot Wars veteran. His brother Michael too. They fought at various weight levels. This is a heavyweight Behemoth, 100 kilos machine. Seeking, oh! A turn to face back at Chompalot, but they turn straight into Shunt. And got a right hammer in there. Down comes the sharp, razor-sharp axe of Shunt, diamond-tipped, and causing lots of problems now to Behemoth. They really need to get out of there, and quickly, as Chompalot comes in. Behemoth in real trouble. I think they're piercing the very top. Oh! And there, you see, the link has flown out of the back of Behemoth. That means they have no more control. There is no more power. That is the sort of cut-off switch, if you like, for Behemoth. They have been immobilised by the axe of Shunt. They cannot get any more power. They're finished, Behemoth. Repeated axe strikes from Shunt did it for them. Once that link comes out, there is no control left or power in a robot. And Chompalot here and Debs Cook have done extraordinarily well, slamming Behemoth into the pit release. And down will go a machine that I might have considered favourites for this championship. Liz Pritchard, Claire Gray and Behemoth under the watchful guise of very good roboteer Anthony Pritchard, about to bite the dust, and that's a famous win for Chompalot. Don't they know it? The cook team. Too many cooks have spoiled the behemoth broth.
Cease.
Behemoth consigned to the pit of oblivion. Chompalot, they go through to the final. Guys, I just want to say, you've been doing Robot Wars for so long, you haven't won, so you brought your mum along. It seems you could do better.
For a bit of protection.
And you didn't do better, Mum.
Not really. No, we didn't.
You tangled with Shunt.
We did, yes, and he pulled our link out.
What has Behemoth got that all the house robots always seem to gang up on Behemoth anyway?
I really don't know. They must just fancy it, I think.
He's been doing it for 5 years. Have you been dying of joining?
I have, yes. I've been out there with the rest of the audience, and now I've got a chance to be here, and it's a shame that we didn't go further.
Have you enjoyed it?
I'd like to say we've had a flipping good time.
A flipping good time. And I'll tell you what, you've got a flipping good shovel on that robot as well.
Yes, we have.
Let's hear it for Behemoth! Hey! What did you think your chances were in that?
I thought we were going home.
I thought you were going to get battered, I must admit.
Yeah.
But you didn't, you survived. How long have you been driving?
About 12 days.
About 12 days. And with rehearsals and practice, that go all well?
Well, I found that I could crash really, really well.
Everyone can crash robots well.
Damaged a lot of furniture in the house.
Have you been driving it around the house?
Yeah, the front room.
Oh, wow! In between the chairs and stuff. Well, I suppose it's good for control, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to be sort of house proud and house tidy and shout at them for doing things like that?
Nah, this is more fun.
Fair enough, you're not wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, the Facing Pussycat in the final, it's Chompalot! Well done.
Right, that wasn't fair, was it?
No, it certainly wasn't.
No. First things first, fantastic driving.
Thank you very much.
You went over in the first couple of minutes, flailing, incapable.
Absolutely, yeah,
And if it wasn't for the house robots, you would have won it there and then.
We would have, yeah.
Now, the house robots didn't just turn your opponent back over. The house robots also did. Cut to damage cam and have a look at this. All of this damage up here was caused by the house robots, not by the opposition.
No, just by Shunt.
How angry does that make you?
Very angry, actually.
Yeah.
That Shunt interfered.
Yeah, but Behemoth did get caught in the CPZ and hammered. They're out. So let's have a look at the Iron Maiden final now. It will be Chompalot and Pussycat.
OK, the Iron Maidens final. This is not about whether or not they can drive anymore. These are both good drivers. Pussycat team, you've seen Chompalot in action. Where are you going to go for? Where's her weak spot?
All over it.
Now, where in particular?
Bodywork.
The bodywork, that's what you're going to go for. Right. You've seen the Pussycat in action. Where's the weak spot?
The wheels.
You're going to go for the wheels?
Anywhere up and down.
Because they're fast.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that's difficult. That is a fast robot, whether or not she's in control.
Not surprisingly, some might say, I've rather enjoyed Ladies' Night, but as always, it comes down to quarrel time. So let's see how our two finalists have been nasty enough to get here. But of course, they met at the first round phase with Spin Doctor there in the middle of them. Chompalot looked impressive to me. Spin Doctor was caught in the CPZ by Shunt, suffered damage. So too did Pussycat, I felt, from Chompalot's dangerous-looking weaponry. Pussycat self-righting, nearly got trouble from Mr. Psycho, but survived, while damage there to Spin Doctor was terminal. In round two, Pussycat met Cat 3. Plenty of weaponry work by the Cat. Missing. Pussycat's damage was minor, and Gribble steered her machine back into ascendancy, started to cause damage herself, and that proved fatal for the Cat 3 team on a judge's decision. I know many of you may have felt Cat 3 was the more aggressive, but just look at the damage caused to it. Chompalot met Behemoth and won in controversial fashion. Turned over. Righted by Shunt. Should it have interfered there? That's what the Bearmont team were complaining about. In the end, no doubt though, into the CPZ. Shunt could cause major damage and did. Straight to the heart of the problem. No power after that for Bearmont. They were out. Chompalot finished with a flourish. Bearmont went down. Debs Cook went into the Iron Maidens final. So the Iron Maidens final. Pussycat against Chompalot. We know a lot about Pussycat. We've seen them over the years, but now, of course, the women at the controls. That's what Iron Maiden's all about. So, Philippa, how are the old dears down in the pits then?
They are nervous. It's pretty much as stereotypical as you would imagine it to be. They're absolutely terrified. Not mentioning any names, but Devs, certainly, of Chompalot fame, and somebody else has definitely been sick already. They're absolutely terrified. Now, the thing is, I don't think they're terrified so much about the driving as about what the other halves will do to them if they smash up their robot.
They've just been trying to interfere, have they? The
Constant. They cannot let go of these babies. Let go, let the women take control, and then you'll see what happens.
I'm going to go for Pussycat here. Who are you going for?
I think Chompalot, actually. Not just because you're going for Pussycat, but because Pussycat slightly doesn't have the aggression that I think you need. And we've seen Chompalot using those jaws. She can pick things up and she can drive them into the pits. And I think that's maybe what we'll see.
OK, we disagree, and I bet down there in the Iron Maidens final it's been vicious.
What a ladylike evening it's been. These girls will never need rolling pins again. But now, are you ready to find out our first Iron Maidens champion? Good. Then let the final begin.
Chompalot.
Debs Cook driving. Will husband Simon interfere? Draftsman by trade.
Pussycat.
Anne Gribble driving. Will Alan, engineer by trade, interfere? Will the house robots interfere? Growler. And Sergeant Bash.
3, 2, 1.
Will the Sergeant knock the Iron Maidens into shape? I don't think so. These are worthy finalists. Done tremendously well. Anne Gribble really has improved with her style and control. Ooh, as the contest has gone on, and Chompalot there has driven itself onto the arena floor. The weaponry very low down. Look, has spiked into the floor of the arena. Debs Cook needs to rev up in reverse and get away if she can. Sergeant Bash has a look. Freed again by Pussycat, I think. And Chompalot lives to fight another day. And Gribble maybe inadvertently helped out there, or sportingly so. Chompalot turning. Oh, look at the power of Growler coming in. A Cat 3 hat looks on. Worn by Stuart Farmer, weapons operator of Pussycat there. Debs Cook at the controls of Chompalot. Head to head meets the flashing blade of Pussycat. Push and shove. This isn't handbags at 6 paces, I can tell you. Pussycat spinning away. Chompalot looking for an opportunity. Little word in the ear of Debs there from Simon. Trying to get a side-on attack, Chompalot. Pussycat turning away. Chompalot from behind, great attack. Pussycat slamming into the floor, spinner release. You can hear the alarm going. Chompalot in again. Not too sure that was necessary. It was already spinning. And looking on. Pussycat right on the drop zone cross. You don't want to stay there for too long. Debs trying to steer Chompalot into a position of ascendancy, and she's doing that. Look at this. Pushing the 96-kilo Pussycat all around the arena floor. Chompalot has a grip here of Pussycat. Will they try and get it into a CPZ? There's the pit release button to the left-hand side. A helpful hand from Simon Cook. and left all alone by Allen. And Chompalot has succeeded in pressing Pussycat onto the pit release. Great stuff. Pussycat goes down. That's a terrific victory for Debs Cook, the Cook family, and Chompalot.
Cease.
Very, very well done indeed. The Iron Maidens champion, Chompalot.
What a turn-up for the books. Pussycat consigned to the pit of oblivion. Our Iron Maiden champions are Chompalot. You're everybody's favourite.
Yes, I know, but we had absolutely no grip out there whatsoever. I just couldn't even... I was going to do some downward chops and I just couldn't get her up right. She was just spinning away.
She kept getting away from that sort of saw of yours. You couldn't really do any damage.
No, but every time I spun round, it would just carry on.
You kind of got to grip with the drive and you can drive it a lot better now.
Yeah, I haven't had as much experience as this lady over here. If I had done, I would have been the best driver, woman driver in Robot Wars.
Oh, she's laying down the gauntlet now, you know. Are you disappointed?
Yeah, not an awfully, no, because they're a really good team and she's fair play, she drove it well.
Oh, well, I'm sure we'll see the Pussycat team back at Robot Wars.
Sure will.
Yeah.
You sure will.
Will you be taking over the controls then?
No, do you think she's bad driving? You want to see me?
Congratulations, unlucky. Ladies and gentlemen, Pussycat! Well, Chompalot. As I said, you know, Pussycat were everybody's favourite. But you beat them. All the smart money was going for Pussycat, and yet they couldn't get hold of you. You kept getting them in your little chompers. And excellent driving at the end.
It took me a while to warm up.
But you seem to keep out of the way of that circular saw, which can do an awful lot of damage.
Yeah, that was the only thing that really could harm us, we'd figured, after meeting them in the first round, so we tried to stay away from it.
And as I say, excellent driving at the end. Here is your trophy. You are our Iron Maiden champions. Show it to the camera. Let's hear it for the champions! Chompalot! Well, the fairer sex came through our doors, but they weren't that gentle on Robot Wars. Bye-bye. Congratulations.
Coming next time on Robot Wars, University Challenge, 16s from the intellectual elite of the country, down books and logarithm tables to mess it.